All right. So everybody, as far as I can tell, that is here because you want to figure out how to make postings make you some money. So let me ask people in the chat, just so I know kind of going into it right now. Let's say that you could, a year from now, we could say, okay, how much per month would you like to make with your business, assuming that you put some effort into it, okay? So this is not so much like, oh, if I could make 100 grand a month, that'd be just great. Not that, but how many people here believe that what you've got with you, your product and your business, that you really can help someone else that has a problem? On a scale of 1 to 10, how many people here say 10 or 9 or 8 or whatever it is that is true for you? What's the story with that? On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you on, I really think that what I've got, I believe in my heart that it can totally help somebody else, your program, your product, or your business, and you with it. Where are you? You got a 10?
You got a lot of them. Like
because if you don't have a 10, you want to just find something where you have a 10. Because if you're not really totally all that committed, you sure are not going to die for it. Now, I'm not suggesting you should go die for it. You know, nobody's asking that, but you want to be enough committed so that when a person talks to you, they know that you're not just a dollar sign in your mind. Because if that's how people feel, they're not going to buy from you. They'll buy the same thing, but from somebody else. You said, Keithan. Okay, cool. 11. You're an 11. All right. And in terms of money, let's say 1 year from today, per month, what do you believe? So I'm going to give you an exercise at the end. Vicki, if you remind me, I'll give it to you guys. Don't pick a number that you don't believe, because if you do that to yourself, oh, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, what are you making now? Nothing. I have 9 cents in the bank. Your mind will not believe that you can ever make $10,000 a month in a year, right? So don't fool yourself, because even though we think we're stupid, we're not that stupid. And the mind is going to go, yeah, you're not doing anything of the sort, right? So give me 1 year from now, what income per month do you believe? Could you picture yourself actually earning per month from your business? Let me see some of those numbers. Remember what you believe, not fooling yourself, not, just put a number. Let me see. 4,000. What else we got? 5?
You got two 5,000s, I think, and a 6,500 a month.
Okay. What else?
7,000.
Okay. All right, cool. How many of you are anywhere near those numbers right now? On a scale of 1 to 10, how close are you to that number? Where 1 is basically nowhere, and maybe 5 is, I don't know, halfway there, and 10 is I'm there and I'm looking to double it. Where are you? Just tell them. It's nothing to be ashamed of. This is where everybody starts, right? And if you can't be straight with yourself, you're screwed. Right, Vic?
Oh, you are majorly screwed.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of 1s, but we have a 4. This is good honesty. Good.
Absolutely. I want to show you.
Eileen used to make a 5 times that number. Now she's starting again. Some of you have probably started over again. There's a good confession.
Yeah, and there's a way to do it again. If you've been there, done that, and do it again. So there's definitely a way to do it. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and I'll give you an exercise. Because the reason you're not there right now, how many of you point to external factors and say, well, the economy did it, or Trump, oh, he's not around now, right? Who is it? Biden, he did it. Clinton did it. No, the wind did it. My kid did it. My husband did it. My upline, I got a crappy upline. I have a crappy downline. Where are you putting the reason for not being where you are? What do you guys tell me? Is there anybody who says it might be maybe me? Besides Shyla, good for you. Oh, goody. I have such good news for you guys then at the end. You're going to so love this. I learned this exercise a long time ago, and I have never, ever done it here. I just keep forgetting to do it. Yeah, when you know it's you, then there's something we can do to help you. And I bet you 10 to 1, it's nothing you've ever seen, because it's whenever I see it, it's like, why don't I teach my kids that? It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to do it today. You're my kids, my students. All right, so here we go. Today's focus is, if you want to post, all of you know about posting on Facebook. That's my medium. If some of you post on Instagram and you have images and all that kind of stuff, the key is a post is a message. You are sending a message out to the world. And some of you are posting, right? And what do they tell you? You're supposed to give value. How many people have heard that? Say me, value, value. You're supposed to be value, right? You're supposed to give value. I've probably told people that. Hopefully not by itself, but you're supposed to give value, right? Whatever that means. So you dig it up, right? How about create content? You're supposed to create content that's useful for people. How many have heard that? You heard that, right? Or this one, educate the prospect. Don't forget to educate them because they don't know jack, right? So you're going to educate them because, of course, we don't want to sell them too soon, right? So we're going to do all this stuff. We're going to give value, going to create content, going to educate the prospect. Charlotte, good, you're with me. Nurture the prospect. Oh, we got to nurture them, right? You've heard that before? What else we got? Oh, don't forget the obligatory selfies, right? You got to have the selfies. How many people feel stupid posting selfies? I got to tell you, I feel really dumb posting a selfie. Whatever, who gives a, you know what I mean? Unless you're Kim Kardashian or something, right? So you do that. And then don't forget the motivational quote, something I have always, how is a motivational quote going to give you a customer or a sign up, right? Or things like, you go girl. It's like, why did you even say that? How does that help me do anything? I cannot stand that stuff. It is, I've got to tell you, you go girl. It's like, why did you even say that? How does that help me? You need a piece of advice. It's like somebody's hungry and you say, you go, great. And do what? Say what? Think what? Be what? What should I do? Tell me something I can use, right? It's retarded. And the whole industry focuses on that as if you're doing something for someone. And if you're at the other end of it, how much, you go girl, oh, gee. Or how about this? You deserve it. Really, says who? That's another one of these idiot expressions. They probably mean well, but think about it. Who decides whether you deserve anything? You tell me. In terms of income coming in, who makes the decision that they should give you money? Is that on you or is that on somebody else? Who gives you money? Vivian, it's $100 for the replay. So sorry. Woo. Who gives you money? Who pays? When somebody comes to the school, our big school, do I pay myself or does somebody out there pay me? Who pays the money? Think about this. You. So if I say I deserve money, that doesn't mean anything. So what does it matter what I think I deserve? The world outside pays us money. So they decide what they think our value is as far as what we offer to other people to help them, not our intrinsic human value or to add the bones and liquid and all that in our wonderful selves. If we have a career, we have a business, we have a skill, we have something that we offer people, we run a business, the world decides what they're going to pay us. Am I right or am I right? Let me see. Do you get this? So you going around saying I deserve it, it's just like talking to the wall. Mm-hmm. Is the wall going to pay you? No. Somebody else is going to pay you. So you have to, the other person has to say, I want to give you money because I want to solve my problem. Okay. So be aware of what you think and what you think is going to happen. So give value, create content, educate the prospect, nurture the prospect, post selfies, do motivational quotes. And what's the story? How has that gone for you? Is that working? Are you getting customers? Yes or no? Okay. Why do we do this? Some people do this because they're afraid of no. And your upline often will tell you to, give value and nurture and nurture and nurture because they don't want you to hear no because they know you might quit, right? So we're afraid of getting, and everybody's afraid of it. Nobody likes to get no, including me. That's why we say no first. The way we beat this, we say no first, always. So we don't get it because we already said no to them. I learned that when I was 9 years old. So that's, other people don't know the word. They don't really know words to use to begin well, do you want it? Do you, and they stand there and don't know what to say and do, right? Have you guys had that in your life? Somebody said, well, that sounds pretty interesting. And you're thinking, oh, now how do what do I say, well, do you want to like buy it or, right? Everybody gets all kind of bumbled up. And so that's why we do all these other things instead. But I'm here to tell you, if you're going to spend your time online, posting an hour a day or 2 hours a day, making friends with people, right? Oh, how are you? Oh, are you? All the stuff that we nurturing, making friendships in order to sell them later. At some point, we got to sell something. Is this a yes or a no? If you don't sell anything, but when I say at some point we got to sell something, it doesn't mean that you beat on someone until they say, uncle, here's my credit card. What I mean is you get somebody to the point where they say, let me in, here's my credit card. You let them buy from you. This is also called we sell them something. The sale is made. They give you money, you give them some value and relieve them of the problem they had. We got it? Right? All right. It makes me think of X-Lax, right? So you have a problem, you're constipated in the old days, right? People had X-Lax. So you hand over money, you get the X-Lax, and X-Lax, I think it's called, and then you are relieved of the problem and your money. That was a sale. Right? Do you see how this works? This is that's what we mean here. It doesn't mean that you bang on people. And we want to stop driving people away. Have we solved this? Because otherwise you're going to be like the doomed fly. By the way, how many of you have been posting to no avail in terms of getting new clients, customers, or reps for, I don't know, say the last year? How many people have been doing that? Who's been doing that? Now you got to stop. I'm going to teach you something totally different today to do so that you actually get people in the door. But I wanted you to know about, sometimes there's a wonderful story here called The Doomed Fly. Vicky told me people love it so much. So I'm going to read you 2 paragraphs. So stay awake for this, because if this is you, now's the time to take the step that the fly never took. I don't know if have you seen this book before, U Squared? It's a little book, like 38 pages by a guy named Pritchett, Mr. Pritchett. Bryce Pritchett is the guy's name. And it's a wonderful little book, actually, here. It's called U Squared. You can get it on, here we go. See it? U Squared, yeah. You can get it on Amazon. And he was sitting at an inn not long ago, a little place in the pine trees, because he was on vacation. And he said he was sitting there and there was a small fly burning out the last of its short life's energies in a futile attempt to fly through the glass of the window pane. The whining wings tell the poignant story of the fly's strategy. Try harder. That's what we all do. Keep posting, keep posting, keep posting, keep talking, keep DMing, keep messaging, keep emailing, keep doing it, right? Keep doing posties, selfies, doing nurturing, doing all that stuff, right? You keep doing that, but it's not working, right? It's not working. It says the frenzied effort offers no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It's impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. So you've all seen flies on the glass, right? And they keep banging on the glass because it looks like it's clear, but they are not ever going to break through that glass. We all know this. But the little insect has staked its life on reaching its goal through raw effort and determination. That's what many people are stuck doing, the wrong thing online and offline, okay? So the fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill, won't it? Am I right or not? That's what happens to 90% of the people in our industry who come in for the money. They die on the windowsill because they're doing the wrong thing. They're told to do the wrong thing, and they weren't one of the 1 in a million that actually hits it out of the park, like with a lottery. Okay? So it says across the room, 10 steps away, the door is open. Some of you have seen this in your car. You sit on the car window and you turn down the window, on the side, you have to press a button and the window goes down. And there's the open window. And does he fly towards the window? No. Right? No, he doesn't fly to the window. He stays jammed on the front, on the inside, blocking your view. Why doesn't the fly try another approach? Something dramatically different, like fly to the other side, right? How did it get so locked in on the idea that this particular route, this way of doing it, is the only way to do it, and that this offers the most promise for success. What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? No doubt this approach makes sense to the fly. Regrettably, it is an idea that will kill. Trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more if you're trying the same type of thing that isn't working. Have I sold you on this? Do you want to try something different? Who's ready for something different? So you don't end up like the dead fly, like all your downline and all half the upline, right? How many people signed up with somebody and they're gone already? That's like, so we're going to say, quit trying harder. We're going to shift gears and think different. And I'm going to give you an offer post checklist. At the end of this, we have a little mini class that I'm going to offer some of you that are brand new to the work that we do, show you how to actually write these things. And then, of course, we have a big program that's, of course, part of the whole deal. And some of you are already in those programs. But the whole approach here is to, if you want different results, you have to do different things. But before you can do something different, you have to think different. And if everybody around you is telling you the same thing, keep talking to people, keep banging on people, keep following up with people, doing these same things, then you're going to be the fly against the windshield until your effort dies. Just keep that in mind. If you don't change strategy, it doesn't matter how hard you try, you're going to quit, because humans are made not to be stupid. And if you keep going and you keep going and bang your head and nothing happens, you're not going to do it anymore. We set for that? All right. We're going to use think different. So type it in the chat. Who's ready to think different? This is different. I'm warning you right now. Totally upside down, crazy different. Are you ready? Think different. Think different. Do we have a think different in here? Anastasia, I always count on you, girl. Love having you on the team. Yeah. Brianna, good, good, good. All right, so let me tell you, here's what it's not about. It's not about telling anyone about your product or your program. Do not do this online. Okay, has anybody passed out yet? Let me see. Anybody passed out? What are you going to write about, right? I know you're going to ask that. You should. Here's what else it's not about. Okay. It's not about this, persuading them that your thing is the best. Your product, your pay plan, your company, you, Dr. Dingaling, whatever your Dr. Dingaling is that's behind your product, Dr. Hoo-Ha. It's not about that. Not about. Got it? It's also not about this. How breakthrough your thing is. Oh, it's absolutely incredible. We have an experimental team running. We got something we think is pretty hot. If anyone ever said this is breakthrough, I would fire them from the team. Why? Nobody cares what we think about it. We're marketing it. Of course, we're going to say that. Only dummies talk about how great their thing is. You don't need to do it. You let other people do that for you, and you just stand there and go, right? So it's nothing about us. Have we got this? So what are you going to do instead? How many people would like to know what to write about if you're not writing about your company, your product, selfies, nurturing, all that other stuff? What are you going to write about? Does anybody want to know? I'll show you how to do this. Number one, I actually have 4 points. I thought it was going to be 3, but it's actually 4. But 3 sounds cooler, so I left it at 3. Number one, you have to attract someone. The words you write must be able to attract someone, not everyone, someone, one person. Attract someone, write that down. Tell me you got that. Number 2, somebody that you can help. Remember at the beginning, I asked you, who here on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that what you have can really help people? Remember that? Yes, you said yes. Remember that? Okay, so you want to be able to help somebody. Number 2, you're going to state the want that you can help with. And there's a very specific way to do this. Okay, you're going to state the want, which is the problem or the desire that you can help with. And this sounds kind of, theoretical at the moment, and it probably is. I'll give you the example, so do not worry. Just get the concept. Attract. Your job is to attract, online and offline, somebody you can help. Number two, the way you're going to do that, you're going to figure, I'm going to show you how to state a want, which is a problem or a desire that you can help with. We got this part? Tell me yes. Got all three? Say yes, yes. Brianna, you got it. Eileen, you got it. You got this stuff. Number three. Number three, prove you can help by helping first before you ask for any money. And this is not by giving anybody a sample. No, don't do that. I wouldn't give anybody a sample unless it's, some dear friend or something has a reason. You don't need to give anything away. Remember, the company doesn't give you samples, but if they encourage you to give away samples, why don't you say to them, well, how about you give me some samples and I'll pass them out? Why should you buy stuff from your company and they tell you to give out samples? They should do the same for you. I wouldn't give anybody a sample. That's my approach. But if there were to be anything like that, the conditions would be so stringent, the person would rather just buy it. Here's the money. Believe me, because you're not Santa and you're not a church. You're not Mother Teresa. Not yet. Now, once you start making some money, you can put some aside and set it aside for those things. But until you're making your 5 or 10 grand a month, I would, put the stuff in storage for you. So you've got something, Number 4, you're going to extend an invitation. If you want X, do this next. Okay, have we got this? You want to see how it works now? Tell me yes. All 4 steps. So 1, you have to attract someone that you can help. 2, state the want. That's a problem or a desire, not both. Take one side or the other, right? That you can help with. I'm going to show you. Prove you can help by helping first or offering to help first before you charge money. And then invite them, if you want X, do this next. This is, by the way, a great lead generation system. Are you ready? You want to see how this works? Notice, before I give you the examples, none of this has anything to do with you or your company or your credentials or anything else. And people sometimes say, well, aren't they going to worry that I'm not a big hoo-ha, I'm not really famous, or I don't have a lot of pedigrees? Because when people are online, we are all interested in things. Our filter is not looking for what somebody else is doing other than for gossip, of course. But we are scanning, we have our honing minds on for things that we're looking for, things that we want, whether it's, say you're looking for a good deal for something, or you're looking to see what, I don't know, the Kardashians are doing, or you're looking to what the news are, you're taking care of your own desires and wants. So we scan for stuff that matters to us. Would you agree with that? Say yes or no. Is that what you're doing when you go online, when you look for stuff? That's what everybody does. Nobody's looking for your product, believe me, except maybe your company's CEO. Did you talk about the product? No, honey, that's not how we do it. That's what they do to you because you're in. But you, and the clients of the world, this is not how other people want to be sold. So don't do that, right? So you name their problem and then you're home. And this is it's a little bit of a switch in your mind. So don't worry if you don't get it right away, because it's a bit like going a couple of Russian words here, okay? Let me give you an example of this. Name the problem and you're home. You name not your problem, not your product, their problem, okay? So let me show you how this works. Are you ready? Tell me you're ready. Ready? Okay. If you want to build without ever asking friends or family to buy or join, watch this. Okay, where here is what is a problem that I have pointed out that some people have? This is kind of like, Vicky, what's that game where you have to guess what they were thinking of doing? They do all this stuff around and then you have to guess. Charades. Yeah. That'll be what this is. We'll make this like a game of charades, okay? Name their problem. That's what you have to name. Okay, here's the spiel. This is a post I've done. Network marketers, if you want to build without ever asking friends or family to buy or join, watch this, okay? What is the problem that I have listed that some people have? Aaron, not bothering friends and family, right? But you want to build. So people who want to build, so the want is double. They want to build, but not with that. You see that? And then what's the third thing I'm saying? So they want to build, right? Ever asking without, it can be anything, without posting online, without ever having to DM anyone, without ever having to call anyone, without ever having to say anything at all, because I can't speak on mute. So you get a friend and they do the talking. It can be without ever blah, blah, blah. And what is the instruction to them at the end? What's it say? Network marketers, people with aches and pains that just never seem to go away. People with a vaccine. Oh God, I shouldn't probably say this, right? Injury. Well, I said it now. There are certainly enough of them, right? People with vaccine injury and they don't know what to do. We got it? I tell you, this is going to bring us closer, I think, as a people to a revolution between what has been presented to us as, I'm just a normal human being. I just happen to be ambitious. I love teaching. I love my students. I love what I teach. I love helping people get out of a muck that they really didn't put themselves in. All of you are having trouble with your business or you wouldn't be here. You want to be further than you are, you wouldn't be here. And I can help you with that. And I am thrilled to do it. So I'm just, I have no agenda other than to help the next person because people have helped me, I'm in places that with people that are 100 times my better. And I hang onto their skirt tails or coat tails or whatever the hell you call it. Just like some people hang on to mine and some people hang on to yours, right? But I think it's going to be probably the biggest surprise when people discover how much in the name of protection of the world, people did things that turned out not to be that good for them. And so, I think the next time something like this comes around, people will be much more hesitant to just say yes. People won't be saying yes as much. And it's really quite an interesting time. All right, back to the point. Okay, network marketers, if you want to build, what is the hidden problem that I have named here? Name their problem. Hey, Vic, there used to be a program called Name That Tune. Remember?
Yep. Yeah.
So maybe we'll call it that. Okay, so what's the problem? Network marketers. Who have I called? Who can I help? Network marketers or people in direct sales or affiliate marketers. Do you notice the call? Who is the call? Who am I calling? People who have this problem. Network marketers, affiliate marketers. Notice I only picked one. I just picked one. If you want to build, that is a desire that they have. If you want, that's put that into your brain because that's one of the pieces of the structure we're going to teach in the class. If you want to do X, but without some yucky thing, whatever the yucky thing is, watch this. So the question you have to ask yourself is, okay, let's just pretend that that's true and that, everyone really should want what you have. Do they? Yes or no? The buggers, right? They don't. So before you, run the bulldozer over everybody that's too dumb to realize they need your product, you want to make some money first so you can have an impact. Do we agree? You want to make some money first. And where is the easiest, quickest money going to be? From people who don't realize they need it or people who do realize they need it? People who do realize or people who don't? Which ones do you think you want to talk to? People who do realize. So we will agree that for all the stuff you guys are marketing, the whole world should have it. The dummies, if they just knew. We'll grant it, okay? We're going to grant this to every one of you. They don't realize it, right? So in order to make money fast, do you want to go to them first or should we go to the ones who probably know that they need it or could use it? Which ones? The one who probably know it somehow or not? you want to go on a persuasion and a conversion with the rest of your life? And die who knows how? Okay, so do we all agree that you want to try to figure out who is likely to kind of know that they might want it? They're likely to kind of buy. Who here agrees with that? Because if you really want to go after everybody else, you're welcome to do it, but you'll be dead in 6 months. You won't be in a business. So should we go to the ones where there's some hope that maybe they saw the light? Okay, so we'll divide the world. 90% of them are kind of too dumb to know they need it. They're just not there. But the 10%, they might know. So should we ask for them? Should we do that? And we say yes. Should we go for the 10% that might have a, okay, so let's do that. We'll leave the others for later, okay? Here's another example. If your social media, I'm gonna show you how to do this. If your social media isn't working, read this. Okay, so who is this for? We could make this really for anyone. Again, I could say affiliate marketers. Whoop, there we go. Right? If your social isn't working, okay. Now, what is the want in this case? This time it's the opposite of the want, right? It's what they don't want. If you have kids who have picky eaters, this is Aaron, one that we used a lot for marketing fruits and veggies and capsules. If you have kids who are picky eaters, right? Who are you talking to? The parents. Who makes the purchases? The parents, not the kids, not at that age, right? So if you have kids and they're picky eaters and they don't get their 5 to 9 fruits and veggies, read this. Really? Yeah. Yeah, you take the capsules and dump it in the drink. Boom, they've got it. Right? So it's only people who realize that they have the problem. So you have to call out their problem. And once you do that, and you can use your own from your own before and after, once you do that, you're calling out and people go, oh, that's me, that, and they don't even know what you have for sale. Do you see that? You have to call out their problem, not your product or your company or you. They don't care. They're scanning for, oh, look, it says here, I can get my sexy back. In fact, he's going to ask me for it 3 times a week. Click. Do they know who put that ad out? No. Do they know what the product is? No. But 3 times a week, he's going to beg me for it. And I'm going to say, well, I'll have to think about that. I want to know what that is. Click here. Click. Fill in the email. Okay. Is anybody looking? Okay. Fill it in quick. And you hope you're going to get something. This is called lead generation based on what you know they need that you can help with. Do you see that? Tell me yes, you get that. So what's this one? If you're having this problem, read this. Now notice this one has double whammy inside. If your social media isn't working, what does that imply? They're trying it and it isn't working. And they're sick of it. They're about ready to give up. Screw the social media. It's all a bunch of hype. There are people on Instagram with 1 million followers and you know they have no money. They don't know how to monetize their followers. They don't know how to make an offer, which I'm going to teach you here. It's not about posting. It's not about nurturing. It's about making an offer that people really can't help but say yes to, who are the ones that 10%, remember, that are smart enough to know that they need what you've got. That's what we'll call them, the 10%. It's probably only 1%, but we'll say 10 so you don't cry. Okay, here's a longer one. This is the one, Aaron, from the company, one of the ones that we did. If you know you need your, I could post this. If you know you need your 5 to 9 fruits and veggies every day, read the, and you're not getting them, but you want to do something, this is for you. You notice how we call out the whole problem. If you've got this, if you know you need this, and you know for sure this is, but you're not doing it, but you want to, right? Because we want people who want to do something. This is for you. This is called lead gen. People will fill out an email, fill out a PDF. They'll do anything to go to the next step. Are you going to bet them in like 3 minutes? No, you're going to, this is the next step. Then you're going to prove you can actually help. Here are 3 things you can do to get your 5 to 9 fruits and veggies without having to eat anything and without you having to sell anything. For example, if you get the book, Food Your Miracle Medicine, which is still one of the best sellers in the bookstores. Gene Carper, I think, wrote that book. You know, if you want to know where the stuff is, if you eat so much cabbage a week, your chances of prostate cancer are much lower. That's according to the book. If you eat so much spinach, your chances of skin cancer are reduced. So you can do all of that. But if you'd like to find a way to do it where you just get those nutrients and don't have to, buy the stuff and clean the stuff. Of course, I wouldn't do it anyway, but you have to hire somebody to buy it, clean it, cook it, and then eat it. And somebody has to put all the stuff away. Nah, that's a lot of work. Unless you have a live-in chef, which, some people are pretty lucky and they got one of those, like me. But otherwise, I would probably just be a pill person because I don't have time. I don't care enough about eating, except to eat well. So this is, you need them. You're not getting them, but you want to do something. Notice you want to do something that's critical. Without that, you should, but you're not. So what? That's most of our lives. But you want to. This is for you. Okay, got it? Notice it's not about us. None of this is about us. See that? It's not about my thing. Do you notice that? It's about a problem that they have that I can help with. And so we call out that problem. So you want to name their problem or their desire. If you want to build a business and and be able to call your friends and family, but never ask them to buy or join, and still build your business, calling your friends and family, watch this. We're going to teach our team how to do that. Of course, we're going to teach people how to do that. Are you crazy? Our friends are our best assets, particularly our loser friends. We're going to teach people how to call the worst friends you've got. And the way we do it, it's hilarious. They laugh, we laugh, everybody laughs. But the key is we find people who want to buy and who want to join. So it's all about knowing what problem you solve, not what's in your product. Do you see what I mean? Because people are scanning for things that they look for. So you've got your one thing, I'm selling size 8 shoes. If that's all I put, size 8 ladies evening shoes, I would make more sales than if I put I'm selling women's shoes with all of them. Just that being specific, size 8 women's evening black. I will get 100 offers to buy. Whereas if I said women's shoes of all kinds, I might get one. Do you all see the difference? Tell me yes, you get that. The more specific, the better it is. The more narrow, the better it is, okay? So number one rule of marketing, since you're all marketers, affiliate marketers, network marketers, you're all marketing something, some kind of marketer. Nobody cares about your product or your business or your company unless what? Who can get this right? What has to happen first? Who knows what it is? What has to happen first? You solve a problem. Yeah, but they have to know that, don't they? So what has to happen first? Attract. Okay, good. They have to have a problem or a desire. Notice it's not about you solving it. You're calling out a problem or a desire that they have. It's what we call it for 100 years. Call their name. If you have this issue, if you want this, if you are sick of that, and you want to have this without that, click here. Come to the live. I had a post the other day on Facebook, and it was a little green one. It said something about if you want to learn how to talk to your friends. In fact, I want to teach that tomorrow afternoon. If you want to learn how to talk to your friends without ever asking them to buy or join, and build a big business doing that, let me know. I'm going to do a live. We have so far 104 requests for that link from my Facebook profile. 104. I haven't paid one penny. Right? People would kill for that. And that's why I'm teaching you right here. That's how you do this. See? So that's what we're doing. So we name it. So they go, yeah, that's what I want. So, and these are the examples that we have here, right? Nobody cares. So let's take an example. If your social media isn't working, read this. You got the problem? Right? If you want to build without ever asking friends or family to buy or join, watch this. You don't know what I have. If you like 15 ways to say no first, especially to that pesky brother-in-law, watch this, read this, go here, click there, do that. And that becomes then a lead. The people who say yes, is it everybody? Does everybody say yes? Okay. Remember the world, we said only 10% of them are smart enough to realize that maybe they can do something about their situation, right? The rest are still asleep. You're not going to go after them, even though maybe they should, but they won't. So you're going to be smart and go for the ones who have the sense to know, yeah, probably I should do that. And that's who you're talking to. The ones who say me. Will those all buy? No, but probably 20 to 30 to 40% will. You have to take them down the path a little bit further, right? You don't jump in the back seat on the first night in most cases, right? You have dinner and that kind of stuff. We got it? Okay, cool. So that's what you want. This is what you want to learn how to do. You want to learn how to do that? Sound like fun? How many people here would like to learn how to do this way? We call it offer posting, because the post includes an offer. You see, this is what you want to, instead of just posting to post because you're scared to get a no, just post so they go, give me that. And only a few will say, give me that. But remember, how many did Jesus have? 10 and 2, 12, plus a frontline pukey. He did okay. I mean, yeah, they had 2,000 years, but hell, we got the internet. They didn't have the internet. Right? We got this? Okay. So this is what I have for you. So if you want help with this, we have 2 ways. I mean, there are different ways we have to help you, but I want to show you, I have 2 things. One is a major program, which it's major, not because it takes a long time to tell you, but because it's a major program with a lot of mental shifts in you so that you can be the person you need to be to make your 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 or 30,000 a month. Because if you were thinking the way you will be thinking when you make that money, you'd be doing it now. That's the big school. And that's, I'm going to show you the 4 pieces in that. And then we made a little mini program called, I think it's called, I can't remember what I called the little program, the Offer Intensive. How to make these offers how to make posts that are actually offers the way we're doing this here. So that's a little mini class for those of you that want to get a little taste of what we do. And so I want to show you. Want to see what those are? Quick or not? Tell me yes, because I'll do it if you say yes, and I won't if you say no. We're easy. Rihanna. Okay, cool. So let me do the big school first. And no, it's not $100,000 a year like Harvard. Okay. But remember, when you want to make a big change, it's not the things that we're going to teach you to do. No. It's the person that you need to be and think like in order to do them. You see, that's the difference between somebody who makes 100 grand a day or $1 million a day with, say, coaching type programs, right? Or 6 figures a year or $100 a week. It isn't the techniques. We all have the books. Don't you guys have books? You know, my orange book, how, if my products are great, how come I can't sell it? You probably have Tom Schreider's book. You might have Eric Worre's book about the network marketing pro. Blah. How many of you have books galore and videos on your shelf? Right? So, you really have this, you're trying to think, okay, how are we going to do this? And it's narrowing it down. It's really how you think about things and what your beliefs are. And people who make 10 times what you do have different beliefs than you do. And you don't know that. And the resistance between a person who's making $100 a month or $500 a month and $20,000 or $30,000 a month is how they think about things. And that's why it's so hard. How many of you have been to an event and you love the event, your company events? Remember in the days we had events that actually go live and people go, ooh, we love this. And then you see the people going across the stage, who look like normal people, usually the bottom of the social ladder, right? Here's a housekeeper who's now making $1 zillion a month. And here's a truck driver, right? They like to do that. And you go, yeah, I can do it. And on Monday you come home and you have your list and you think, okay, let's see. I got to pick up the kids and then I got to pick up the cleaning. And then I'm going to, I want to tidy up the kids' room because the kids are coming over and they're having friends. And I'm going to do this. And a few days later, you haven't done any of the calling or contacting. How many people? How many people do you put into your business after these events? What happened? to all that energy, right? Yeah. We're not the people we need to be. So we can't make ourselves do the thing that looks like something that we might get a no or whatever. So that's all right here between your ears. And once you fix that, your whole world changes completely and totally. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. And suddenly these things that you've been seeing, you're doing them. You don't hide anymore. That's what big school does. That's to show you how to do that. Let me just show you quick what it is. First, you've got to decide. Some of you are here because you thought, oh, network marketing is easy. I can make money quick and fast and, like that. It is not easy. Network marketing it's easy to talk to people, but it's not easy to talk to people with the intention of getting them to have an interest or find the people who are interested in buying a product or in becoming sales reps for your company. Do you agree with that? It's not easy to make money in the network marketing business. It may be easy to talk to people, but yeah, about the weather. But does talking about the weather or their hemorrhoids or the husband, does that get you any money? Yes or no? It's all BS. What do you mean talk to people? Yeah, it's like the movies, only you get paid. That's precisely the difference. With the movies, it's a genuine referral. There's nothing at the back of it, no hidden agenda. No, if you go to this movie, I'm going to get paid, No, it's none of that. So decide, making money in this business will be hard. Once you learn how to attract that 10%, it's totally different. Right? So now the first thing you got to decide that you want to make your money doing this, 5 or 10, 20, 30,000 a month. First thing I want to teach you is the attractor formula, the formula to attract people, because you need to know how to do that. Second thing is we're going to show you how to set up a sowing machine where you sow seeds out there. Remember, for the 10%, because you got 100% of the people out there that are all the heathen, as we say, and 5 or 10% will be potentially believers. Have we got this? Say, yep, yep, yep. Okay, you got this? Sewing machine. Let's see that. So you can see the earth. Number 3, your virtual magnet. Once it starts sowing, and once the seeds start to grow, you want to get a little magnet. And we help you show how to create these. So you put your magnets out there and draw the people to you, because it takes a few steps, right? Just like in getting married, it takes a few steps. We'll show you how to do that. Last thing is we get people from the magnet, from the virtual magnet, which can be a PDF or a video or an audio, to enroll in a calendar, to book a calendar appointment where we give you a template to talk to people, which is what we do ourselves, to see whether or not they're a good fit. See how that works? That's basically what this is. We do this over 6 to 8 weeks. It takes a little while to do it. You learn to totally change your business life. And then what happens after you've done this? Well, then you have new problems. You get a team of people. You got to manage people. Ooh, you have to start thinking about where you're going to vacation, right? These are all new issues that suddenly you're going to have. And then you're going to have friends because you're going to have some money. And they're going to say, well, can I have a little loan? You've got some money now, right? And then you're going to be futzing around. Should I buy NFTs or should I buy crypto? What should I do? Right? These are the kind of problems you get to have once you have this totally different feeling. All right, so that is the big school. And if you are interested in applying for that, go to maxout.com/pick me. See that? MAXOUT, you want to put it in there? Yeah, good. Thanks, Vic. See how that is? So if those of you are not in it, click on that. And you'll see this little form here. Want to work with our team? It's a little application. You put in for your contact information and why you're interested in working with the team and what you're looking to achieve by when. And then we'll see if we can help you, depending on what your obstacle is. Does that make sense? Okay, so what you could do, Vic is right here. So when you fill out this little form, you get a chance to book with her. And if you're hot and anxious to get first in line, go ahead and you can text her right here. You see there in the chat, do you all see that? Her text, 707-304-2090. Just text her and say, book a time. And then you can chat and see whether or not the big school is a good thing for you to consider, okay? We don't have room for a lot of people in there, but that's something that you can do pronto. All right, and then we have a little tiny program where the offer for the little baby mini, where it's just, we show you how to actually create your posts so that they're offers, like I was showing you before. Who'd like to see what that is? It's a little tiny one. It's just a very, very small program, but it's going to be, well, we're going to run it next week. It's called the Offer Intensive. And usually when people show you how to write postings online, the ineffective stuff, it's like $9.97 or $19.97. And what I'm going to do is teach you what I showed you here, so you can have your own for $4.97. That's what the class is going to go for. And for people who are here in this program, there's a little discount for the first 30 people. I think we have like 8 or 10 in there already because we just offered it a few days ago. The first 30 get it for $3.97. You go to the order page. Brianna, you want to be in the first 30. Okay. You have the link, Vic, to give to Brianna there?
I do.
Yeah. So Brianna, look for the link in the thing there. And then there's a discount code. The code is intensive. So the way it's going to look, let me show you this. If you want the link, just put in the group that you want the link and you can be part of the first 30 to get the little discount. This is what the order page looks like that Vicky's going to send you. You see on the left, you see our little mug shots here. This is what it is, and you can see. And at the right side here, this is the intensive. We're going to run it next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for about an hour each day to show you how to do this and then help you with yours, because I'm going to be there to help you with yours. And on the very right-hand side here, you see on the right-hand side? Yeah. And just go to on the bottom right-hand side under here, okay? You guys see this underneath our 3 images. There's some text to describe the class, what it is, right? And underneath that, you'll see this on this right-hand side. And you type in the word intensive. Mm-hmm. And it should knock off $100. So you get it for $3.97. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is good for the first 30. We like to do it's fine. You could be out of town. We record it. If you want the information so you can do this. Actually, Eileen, this might be very helpful for you, given where you are and that you want to go so fast. But we'll have the recordings, so you can decide whether you're out of town or not. It doesn't really matter. It's just what's nice about being live is that since I'm going to be there, and Vic and Brooke, I think one or both is going to be there for part of it. What will happen is, yeah, the replay for this. Yes. What's going to happen is you won't have my input. Yeah. Well, wherever you are out of town, call in, honey. It's like 60 minutes. Call in for 20 and we can do yours. That's what I would do. You just make yourself available, make it a priority. You know what I mean? Because you won't be dead. You'll be alive. Call in from we call in from all over the world. When people that we want to have trainings from, I call in from no matter where I am, the car, any place. So Eileen, especially you. So get yourself in the program and then you can get some help because I can help you with it. Just call in. You know what I mean? It's 3 days in a row. So that's what I would do. That's my advice to somebody like you, especially who's good, because this will go a little faster for you. It worked, Brianna? Okay, good. All right, so that's what we want. Okay, questions from anybody or comments from folks that are here? What's your take on learning how to post in ways like this, where you can actually make an offer that people respond to? Okay, can y'all see this? Read this if you want more sales by talking to people you know, doing a short live on crazy new fun approach. If you want link, ask. This was on my Facebook profile. I did this. We have 107 comments so far, and they're all just like this. Link, please. Okay, here you go. Link, please. Link, 50 more requests underneath here. Do y'all see that? Some years ago, I was invited to a company to speak at their event in Mexico, and they had multimillionaires there, people who had made millions of dollars. Some of them still were making millions. Others had made it. And like you know, they were major players and their company went out of business or something like that happened that had nothing to do with them. And we concocted ads for people. And they were ads like, if you're used to flying first class and it's all you can do now to buy tickets on Southwest, click this. And who do you think came? Everybody who'd been used to riding first class, who didn't want to go. lunch bucket Southwest. That's what we did. Why? Because we know who those people are. When you're used to going first class, anything else feels like you've been thrown to the curb. And it's not just about how you feel about yourself, but how people treat you. So that's the kind of stuff we did. If you're used to going first class, you wanted to go first class again everywhere. And you know what? You click this, do this. And we had people who had made hundreds of thousands of dollars in businesses like this. And their companies went out of business. And they had to fly, they couldn't even get on a little duster like we used to between Aspen and Denver. They had to take a bus. Oh, they were crushed. But see, those people want it because they are identified as multi-million-dollar earners. And they want that back. And I know that. So we think of what is that going to be? How are we going to do that? Very different for some of you who've never even made $5,000 a month. And you think, oh my God, if I made $5,000 a month, I could throw out my husband. I could have a whole new life. And we also can help you because it's how you're thinking about it. It's really how you're thinking about it and why you do it. But if you're doing the network, that's why, whether you're selling network marketing, like the little experimental team that we're working on, that if, it's something where we're doing it because the world is in a big health crisis. I think you all know that. I mean, my nutritionist has a book called Crazy Eating. You should go to Amazon and get it. Why? Because she's the only one that teaches you how to eat your way back to health. And she has no agenda other than clean food. And here's how you make it taste good. And you're not going to be eating rabbit food. But when we hear that people get vaccinated and then they get injured, that says something about what people are doing to us. But when I hear that people come and they are in hospitals all over the world, and they come with all these pre-existing conditions, and they're 25 and 30 and 40 and 45 and 50 years old, how can you have all these pre-existing conditions? Most of the diabetes can be prevented by changing what you eat. So we want to help people realize that they don't need to be living on sugar foods and alcohol and foods that have no nutritive value, that you really can restore yourself. And when people see, oh my gosh, I have enough energy, I clean my whole house. And then it's like, next time, don't clean your house, take the energy, learn how to post and bring some money in the door. And these are things we need to be able to restore our independence for ourselves or for what we eat. And if we don't want to take pills and do more stuff into our bodies, find other ways, find energetic ways to heal and do things. And so we're looking to get missionaries who want to get rich, filthy, stinking, rich missionaries. That's who we want. See, I'm telling you, we're totally open about it. I don't want a mercenary. No, we want people who love this because they love humanity. They love being a light source for the next person. And they 100% believe what they have can make that happen. Getting off crap food, getting away from putting stuff in your mouth and in your face and in your head and in your ears. That's destructive. That's negative. So we're on the warpath. That's it. That's what we're doing. So, if you're footloose and fancy free and you don't know what to do with yourself and you want to have somebody put your pedal to the metal, we will take you on with whatever you've got. But you got to love the thing that we're doing. Because if you don't get a thrill lighting the path for the next person, you're not going to make it with us. That's really who we want. So that's why we do one of these every, 4 years, Vic? Something like that. Just to see if we still can.
Yep.
We want to see if we got what it takes, right?
And keeping it fun.
Totally keeping it fun.
Really
And
fun.
Incredible income. Don't think we're not in the pauper house. No. If you help the world, they're going to pay you back because they're going to be so grateful.
Kit is asking you a question. What's the exercise you told us about at the beginning of the call, please? So she can show up next week having it done.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you. I'm just going to speak it to you because I think that's the easiest thing to do. All right, so if you want to make the income that you said you could make, that you wanted to make at the beginning. Okay. So those of you who want to do this, here's what you do. Close your eyes. Okay. So for those of you that have picked a number, in a year from now, you want to make 4,000 a month, 8,000, whatever your number is, you close your eyes right now. And here's what I want you to imagine. Imagine you've got your current self right now. That's going to be you 1.0. Okay. And we'll call the one that is going to make the money that you've got you 2.0, future me. Yeah, that works. Okay.
Yeah.
So now me and future me. All right. So here's what you imagine. Picture yourself having earned the money that you want, that you believe you can achieve. You have to be able to imagine it. Remember, our imagination today might be 4,000 a month. Next year, when you get there, it'll probably be 8,000 a month. When you get there, it might be 12,000 a month. So pick where you are right now. So you, me now and me future. That'll be the two U's. So imagine making your money that you put down, say 5,000 a month, and you have earned this now for 6 months in a row. You've earned it for 6 months in a row. Just picture what that would be like if you earned whatever your money is 6 months in a row. And so now what you want to think about is, how would your life be different? How would your life be different? Like, would you be living in a different house? Would you have a different car? How would your neighbors look at you? What would be different in your life after 6 months of you earning the money that you said you wanted for the you future? Yeah, the now me and the future me, right? The future you. And you now have reached this point. And now if you were to, the current you, me, the one that says the me now, is going to have a conversation with the future you. And the question is going to be tomorrow, future me. This is going to seem a little bit weird, but just, you do change over time. And when you can go back and tell yourself, right? You're talking to this future me who's now earned this money 6 months in a row, every single month. You're going to ask this person, how am I going to spend my day? When am I going to get up? When am I going to do my business? And how am I going to spend my time during the day? Future me, how am I going to do that? Your current you is going to ask the future you that. And I want the future you to answer. This is how we are going to build our business, and this is how we spend the day, every day. And that answer is what I'd like to see next time we have a class. So if the you now gets up and runs to the bathroom and turns on your phone, what does future you tell you that they would do after having earned 6,000 a month for 5 months or 5,000 a month? Does that future you do that, or do they do something else? How does future you tell you now to spend your time so that you can become the future you? That's what I want to know. From the moment you get up, say 6 a.m. until midnight. We got it? That's the assignment. And for those of you that are in the group, in the Facebook group, the offer group, put it in there. Let us know, and we'll have another one of these next week. Okay, good. Yeah, we are getting, from that post I was telling you about, this green one here, that's here. You want to learn how to do this. We now have 109 of these. We did another one. I think we have 200 of those. If you want results like this, and you don't want to spend a big fortune, be one of the first 30 I think we have maybe 20 spots left in that little class I gave you. It's going to start next week. And if you miss it, you just have to ask yourself, how much do I really want to become this person? See, if I can write a post like this, nobody needs to know who this is from. They don't even know that it's me going to do it. Nobody cares about who you are or what you've done. They care about, do you know how to name a problem that they have? If you want to learn to do that, then you have to ask yourself. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of like, well, my upline says I should be able to do it. Here's what I'm here to tell you. There is a you right now that is making a certain amount of money. And I can tell you right now that maybe you make 5% more every year if you're lucky. That's the typical American Western world dream. You go from, 25,000, 30,000 a month a year in your business, your regular job, and then little by little, and maybe when you get to be 70 or something, you retire and you're making 65,000 a year. In a network marketing business, if you don't change how you do what you do and the energy that you've got behind it, you will stay exactly where you are right now. Do you know that? So for those of you that are not signing up to do anything, you're voting to stay the way you are. Why? Why would you want to stay the way you are? Unless you just came to be entertained. Do you guys really want to stay the way you are? I'm just curious. Do you want to really stay the way you are? Let me ask. Let me see. Let me get some of you guys. Alan, are you in this program? You're a good boy. We've got you in some of our stuff. Have you got our thing in it? Are you in this program? If you're posting in social media, get in the program and learn how to do it. Make our industry proud of itself. Don't let all the idiots post nonsense and give us a horrible reputation, because that's what they do. It's not, just, you need to focus. Most of us that are producers do too many things at once. So it's not that it's faster. You need to do one thing. If you decide to focus, that's one of the big things that Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, focus means putting all your eggs in one basket and watching that basket. Once you decide, you're a powerhouse. I mean, I know that about you. But if you are a powerhouse and you're doing 10 things, you're not going to be great at any of them. The people who make it big put all their eggs in that one basket and watch it. That's what you want. Well, too many distractions. Just say no. Just say no. Because distractions will keep you poor and stupid. Because you can't pay attention. You're too busy being distracted. Oh, I should be looking at this. Oh, I should be looking at it. And you screw everything up. You mistype everything. You misheard what they said. You have to and then you have to redo the whole thing. All of you have it. But if you spread your little candles across 10 things, and I take all of my candles and put them into one thing, who's going to win? You with your little 10% effort, or me with 100% effort? I take all my focus and time units, all 10 that I get every day, and I put them into one thing. I'm going to beat the pants off all of you. But if I take my 10 units of focus and energy and put 10% here, 10% there, 10%, I'm going to be average like everybody else. Don't do that. Don't be average. Be ballsy. Take all your energy and put them into one thing and build the hell out of it. That's what I would suggest you do. We're doing it. Yeah. It's a bright light. It's big. Do it. Yeah. All right. So you have the links. You have Vicki. Are we good? Vic, are we good? You're set?
We're excellent. This is great. And Kim, maybe they can come back next week and do a part 2. I mean, and submit what they did,
Yeah, you guys want to submit what you did, what your me now.
Yeah, and then
your me future.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember the me futures, you've made the money that you said for 6 months. And the me future is going to tell you now how to spend your time. From the time you get up till the time you go to bed, as it relates to what you do that can impact the outcome of your life. Remember that? Okay, cool. All right, so we're good to go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.